Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive challenge that so many businesses face. How do you sell a product that's really, really hard to explain? We're going to break down how one agency is turning that complexity into clarity and ultimately into sales. So let me start by asking you something. Think about what you do, what your company sells. Have you ever been in that spot where you're struggling to get across just how valuable your product is because all the technical details just get in the way? That is the exact problem we are digging into today. And it's a huge challenge, right? In a world where everyone's attention span is about 5 seconds long, trying to explain something sophisticated can feel like an uphill battle. How do you possibly get your point across before someone just loses interest and scrolls away? Because here's the bottom line. If a customer is confused, they're going to hesitate. And if they hesitate, well, they're probably not going to buy. It's that simple. When information is too complex, it doesn't just slow things down, it can bring the entire sales process to a grinding halt. So, how do we solve this? Well, let's take a look at the approach from a company called Publilux. Now, this isn't some brand new startup that just popped up. These guys are veterans who've taken decades of industry experience and completely retooled it for the digital age. And their story is pretty fascinating. They started way back in 2006, with roots deep in traditional hands-on sales. They really get the fundamentals. But here's the kicker. They've made this massive pivot, embracing everything from digital and mobile to AI-powered marketing to meet today's demands. This right here, this is their entire mission in a nutshell. It's a 3-part promise, and each piece builds on the next. First, you make the product easy to understand. That clarity makes it simple for the customer to specify what they need. And when things are simple, the sale just happens that much faster. It's a domino effect. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do they actually pull it off? Let's crack open what they call their intelligent toolbox and see the actual tools they're using to make this happen. At the very heart of their strategy is this fundamental shift. They help their clients move away from the old marketing monologue, where you're just talking at your customers with a boring presentation. Instead, they move towards a marketing dialogue, creating interactive experiences that actually talk with the customer, answering their questions in real time. Now, a really key piece of this toolbox is something called proximity marketing. So what is that? It's basically about using simple tech that we see everywhere, like QR codes or those little NFC tags, to connect a physical object, like a product in a showroom, directly to a rich digital experience on someone's phone. It completely closes that gap between the real world and the digital one. And what this does is create this super simple 3-step journey. First, the customer just scans the code on a product. Second, bam, they are instantly watching a demo or an explainer video. And third, that whole seamless, helpful experience builds trust and helps convert them into a customer. It's direct, it's intuitive, and it just works. And when you really look inside that toolbox, you see it's a whole ecosystem. You've got Vidiallo for interactive videos, you've got Intermediaire for smart landing pages, you've even got AI avatars and interactive calculators. Every single tool is built for one purpose: to make complex information feel simple and accessible. So, having cool tools is one thing, but what really makes this approach stand out? Let's dig into the key reasons why a business dealing with complex products would go down this path. Their real secret sauce isn't just one thing. It's this unique blend of skills. They have deep technical know-how, but they mix it with what they call visual pedagogy, which is really just the art of teaching complicated ideas with simple visuals. They wrap it all up in a full service package. And maybe most importantly, they've been using AI for years. And this one number, it says it all: 2017. That's when they started weaving AI into their work. So this isn't them just jumping on the current bandwagon. No, they've been honing this for years, which makes them true pioneers in this space, not followers. So who exactly benefits from all this? Well, as you can see, it's not just for the marketing department. It's for manufacturers who need customers to adopt new products faster. It's for engineers and architects who need to simplify those dense technical specs. And of course, it's for the sales reps who need more powerful tools out in the field. It tackles problems all across the board. All right, as we start to wrap this up, let's just boil it all down to the main takeaway and what it could mean for any business that has to deal with complexity. Because really, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. The whole goal of every tool, every strategy, is to take something complicated and transform it into an experience that is clear, visual, and actually engaging. Because that is how you build trust, and trust is what ultimately makes the sale.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. What would change in your business if your marketing stopped just talking at people and instead it actually started a dialogue?